If you have ever watched someone disappear behind that curtain into business class while you squeezed into a middle seat in economy, stop for a moment and listen carefully. I hear this question almost every week from passengers at the gate. Is there any real way to get upgraded, or is it just luck? Just recently, a 34-year-old frequent traveler named James asked me the same thing. He had been flying the same airline for 6 years, logging thousands of miles, always ending up in the back of the plane. No complaints at the desk, no strategy, no awareness of what was actually happening around him. What shocked him was this. Business class seats on his last 4 flights had gone out completely empty. He was sitting in a cramped middle seat while lie-flat beds sat unused 30 feet in front of him. He was not being unlucky. He was missing the silent insider system that determines who gets those seats and who never even gets considered. New research from airline industry insiders shows that one very common mistake, especially among regular travelers, allows airlines to fill business class with the same small group of passengers over and over again, while millions of loyal flyers never receive a single upgrade their entire lives. I'm Maria. I have been a flight attendant for 14 years across international and domestic routes. And in this video, I will reveal that mistake, why most passengers are completely unaware of how the upgrade system actually works, and the 5 proven insider methods to dramatically increase your chances of sitting in business class for free before your next flight even takes off. Before we dive in, drop a comment below with where you are flying next and whether you have ever received a free upgrade. Write your answer below because your experience helps our entire community understand how this works across different airlines. And hit that subscribe button because I share insider flight secrets like this every single week to help you travel smarter and better. Most passengers believe that upgrades are randomly assigned by a computer or handed out exclusively to celebrities and millionaires. That assumption is completely wrong. The worst mistake destroying your chances of a free upgrade is not something dramatic. It is something that builds up silently across every single trip you take. It works through your booking behavior, your interaction with airline staff, and your loyalty profile, without you ever realizing it is happening. And by the time most travelers figure out the system, they have already missed thousands of dollars worth of free upgrades over years of flying. Here is the problem. The upgrade system has a name, and it runs invisibly on every flight you board. It is called the Airline Priority Matrix, driven by loyalty status, fare class, check-in timing, and passenger behavior. Together, these 4 forces act like a quiet scoring system in the background, determining who gets those empty premium seats and who never gets called. I saw this clearly with a passenger named James, 34 years old, a sales manager who flew nearly every week for work. He traveled constantly. He always booked the cheapest economy ticket available. He checked in at the airport instead of online. He never spoke to gate agents unless there was a problem. He assumed his sheer volume of flying would eventually earn him recognition. What James did not realize was that his booking habits were silently signaling to the airline system that he was the lowest priority passenger on every single flight, regardless of how often he flew. When I explained the priority system to him properly, the picture became clear immediately. 3 of his behavioral patterns were actively working against him every time he approached a gate. The upgrade had been available. He had simply never been seen as a candidate. Here is what most passengers do not realize. The dangerous stage for your upgrade chances is not when you are at the gate asking. It is in the weeks and months before, when your booking behavior, your loyalty profile, and your airline relationship are being quietly scored without your knowledge. Waiting until you are standing at the departure gate to think about upgrades is like arriving at a job interview having never prepared. The decision has largely already been made. Now, here is where the first major mistake happens. Most travelers rely entirely on hoping to get lucky at the gate. They assume that asking politely in the moment is their best strategy. But in the airline upgrade system, that approach almost never works. Upgrade priority requires intentional positioning, not last-minute requests. Without understanding the system, the opportunity goes to someone else every single time. This is not rare. It happens on nearly every flight. James was boarding plane after plane, while that system quietly passed him over. When we implemented proper upgrade strategy instead of hoping, he received his first complimentary business class upgrade within 3 flights. This is why insider knowledge matters just as much as how frequently you fly. Now let us talk about the first proven insider method, and this one is extremely powerful. Method number 1 is loyalty program optimization and fare class strategy. If you look at most travelers' approach to upgrades, they treat flying as a purely transactional experience. Book the cheapest seat, show up, board. They never connect their ticket purchase to what is happening inside the airline's priority system. But your booking behavior dramatically changes how the airline system scores you on every single flight. Loyalty status and fare class influence upgrade eligibility on nearly every airline that operates a premium cabin. Booking the absolute cheapest economy fare, known in airline systems as a deeply discounted fare class, often makes you ineligible for complimentary upgrades entirely, regardless of your loyalty status. That evaluation requires understanding fare classes. I saw this with a passenger named Dorothy, aged 41, a consultant who flew 12 times per year. She always searched for the lowest possible fare on comparison websites. Her tickets always appeared to be great deals, but she had never realized that the specific fare class coded onto her ticket was actively blocking her from upgrade consideration on every flight she took. When I explained the fare class system, the picture became immediately clear. Booking one fare class higher, often only $20 to $40 more expensive, moved her into upgrade-eligible territory on every future flight. Within 2 months, Dorothy received her first business class upgrade on a transatlantic route. The key was understanding that the cheapest ticket is often the most expensive decision for your overall travel experience. Research from airline industry analysts shows that passengers who book refundable or mid-tier economy fare classes receive complimentary upgrade consideration at 3 times the rate of passengers on deeply discounted tickets, even when their loyalty status is identical. Another critical tool is understanding your personal loyalty baseline. Your elite status tier matters enormously. Even entry-level elite status with your primary airline moves you significantly up the upgrade priority list. Your co-branded airline credit card can provide upgrade certificates and priority status that non-card members never access. Concentrating your flying on one alliance rather than spreading across multiple airlines builds status faster and more powerfully. Booking directly through the airline website rather than third-party sites ensures your loyalty number is properly attached and your upgrade eligibility is correctly recorded. These factors tell the system whether you are a priority passenger or an anonymous seat filler, even before you arrive at the airport. The key lesson here is simple. If you have been booking the cheapest possible fare on whichever airline is slightly less expensive that week, you may be actively removing yourself from upgrade consideration on every single flight. Knowing how to position your booking allows the system to work in your favor. Now we come to the second proven method, and this one directly results in upgrades every year. Method number 2 is gate-agent relationship and timing strategy. Many passengers either avoid gate agents entirely or only approach them when something has gone wrong. They check in, find their gate, sit down, and wait passively. They never consider that the gate agent standing at that desk controls upgrade assignments in the final hour before boarding. Upgrade decisions at the gate are a separate opportunity from the automated system, and they fail in a completely different way. I saw this pattern with a 52-year-old passenger named George. He was a polite, well-dressed frequent traveler. He flew business class occasionally when his company paid for it. He had mid-tier loyalty status. His flight checkouts were always normal. He checked in online, arrived at the gate on time, and sat quietly. When I observed his gate behavior, the issue was immediately apparent. He was invisible to the gate agent. He had never introduced himself, never made a genuine human connection, and never positioned himself as a candidate worth remembering. When George approached the gate agent 45 minutes before boarding, introduced himself, mentioned his loyalty status politely, and simply asked if there was any chance of an upgrade if seats were available, he received a business class seat on that exact flight. That conversation took 90 seconds. Had he continued his pattern of passive waiting, he would have boarded economy, while a business seat went to the next person on the list who had simply asked. Another overlooked issue is dismissing timing as irrelevant. Many passengers approach the gate either too early, before upgrade decisions are being made, or too late, after assignments are already finalized. The optimal window for a gate upgrade conversation is between 45 and 30 minutes before scheduled departure. This is when gate agents know exactly how many premium seats remain unassigned and are actively making final decisions. For most travelers, essential gate interaction includes dressing neatly and professionally, which genuinely influences how gate agents perceive upgrade candidates. Approaching the desk calmly during a quiet moment rather than during a chaotic rush. Mentioning your loyalty status and travel frequency briefly and naturally. Asking directly but graciously whether upgrades are available. Thanking the agent genuinely, regardless of the outcome, because agents remember passengers who treat them with respect across future flights. Many passengers also assume that asking once and being refused means the opportunity is permanently closed. Gate assignments change constantly in the final 30 minutes. A business class passenger missing a connection, a last-minute cancellation, or a seat reassignment can open upgrade availability seconds before boarding. Staying visible and pleasant at the gate keeps you in the agent's awareness when those last-minute openings occur. I had a passenger named Sandra, age 38, who discovered the gate agent method during a delayed flight. She spent 40 minutes having a genuine, warm conversation with the gate agent during the delay. When a business class seat opened due to a no-show, the agent walked directly to Sandra without her even asking again. That one human connection saved her an 8-hour overnight flight in economy. By this point, you may realize something important. Most passengers are not ignoring upgrades completely. They are either hoping passively or approaching the system at the wrong time, without the right relationship. Each missed interaction allows that business class seat to go to someone else. Now let me walk you through the third proven insider method. This is the approach I personally share with passengers I want to see succeed. Method number 3 is strategic upgrade request timing through the airline app and check-in system. For most passengers, upgrade thinking begins at the airport. But the digital upgrade window opens long before you ever arrive. Airlines run automated upgrade algorithms that begin assigning available premium seats to eligible passengers starting 72 hours before departure and continuing through the online check-in window, which typically opens 24 hours before the flight. Passengers who are actively positioned in the system during these windows receive upgrade consideration automatically, without ever speaking to a single human being. Those who check in at the airport or who have incomplete loyalty profiles are often never considered during this entire automated process. Tests like profile completeness audits, saved payment methods for paid upgrade offers, and bid upgrade program participation can position you for business class in its earliest assignment stages. These digital touchpoints can detect upgrade opportunities years before most passengers realize they exist, giving you a window to claim premium seats before they are assigned to anyone else. A proven effective approach is combining loyalty profile optimization with active participation in the airline's bid upgrade program. Many airlines now allow economy passengers to submit a monetary bid for business class seats that remain unsold close to departure. Winning bids are often dramatically below the retail price of a business class ticket. Passengers who understand the bidding sweet spot, typically between 25 and 40% of the fare difference, win these auctions at far higher rates than passengers who bid either too low or unnecessarily high. Understanding the limitations matters equally. Bid upgrades identify available inventory. They cannot guarantee a seat, which is why combining the digital strategy with gate agent relationships and loyalty positioning creates the highest overall success rate. Results must always be tracked across multiple flights so you understand which specific actions are driving your upgrade outcomes. I had a passenger named Elena, aged 29, who followed this combined digital strategy. Her airline app showed a bid upgrade offer 48 hours before a long-haul flight to Europe. She submitted a bid at 30% of the fare difference. She was awarded the upgrade 18 hours before departure, well before she even reached the airport. She flew business class for the first time in her life, for less than $200 above her economy ticket price. That early digital positioning gave her an outcome she would never have achieved by waiting until she was standing at the gate. Method number 4 is recognizing the subtle signals that an upgrade opportunity is already available on your current flight. Many passengers dismiss early upgrade signals as random or irrelevant. A gate agent making unusual eye contact gets ignored. A prompt on the check-in kiosk offering a seat change gets declined without investigation. An email from the airline suggesting a seat upgrade gets deleted as a promotional message. These signals are the airline system telling you directly that premium inventory is available and you are being considered. They deserve attention, not dismissal. A check-in kiosk or app screen offering a seat upgrade at a discounted price is a direct signal that business class has unsold inventory and the airline is actively trying to fill it before departure. An email or push notification offering a bid upgrade within 72 hours of your flight means you are in an upgrade-eligible fare class, and the system has identified you as a candidate. A gate agent scanning the waiting area and making deliberate eye contact with specific passengers is often the moment upgrade candidates are being visually identified. A boarding delay announcement is frequently an opportunity because gate agents use delay time to reassign seats, including upgrades, before the new boarding begins. I saw this clearly with a 44-year-old passenger named Michelle. She had received an email from the airline offering a bid upgrade 40 hours before her flight. She deleted it, assuming it was marketing. She boarded economy while 3 business class seats flew empty on a 9-hour overnight flight. She told me afterward that she wished she had understood what that email actually meant. Had she submitted even a modest bid, she would almost certainly have won a seat. Her legs and back spent 9 hours paying the price for a misread signal. The key principle is this: any communication from an airline within 72 hours of your flight that mentions seating, upgrades, or cabin changes should always be opened, read carefully, and acted upon. Do not normalize what the system is quietly offering you. Business class is easier to access when you recognize the signals early. Now we come to the 5th and final proven insider method. Method number 5 is the personal presentation and passenger behavior strategy. This surprises most travelers because it is not a booking tactic or a technology hack. It is a systematic understanding of how gate agents and flight attendants actually make upgrade decisions when they have discretion. The metabolic inflammation of the upgrade world is this: gate agents and senior flight attendants do sometimes have the ability to upgrade passengers based on personal judgment during irregular operations, oversold situations, or last-minute cabin reconfigurations, and that judgment is influenced by real human factors that most passengers never consider. Passengers who are dressed neatly, who are calm and pleasant under stressful travel conditions, who treat airline staff with genuine warmth and respect, and who present themselves as people who belong in a premium cabin, are meaningfully more likely to receive discretionary upgrades than passengers who are disheveled, visibly frustrated, or dismissive of staff. A 39-year-old passenger named Thomas had mid-tier loyalty status, always booked mid-range fare classes, and had followed every digital strategy correctly. But he consistently missed discretionary upgrades. When I observed his airport behavior, the picture became immediately clear. He was visibly impatient at the gate. He sighed audibly during delays. He barely made eye contact with staff and responded to greetings with one-word answers. The airline's automated system was sending him upgrade offers that his personal presentation was quietly closing off at the human level. We sat down and had a long conversation about what flight attendants and gate agents actually see when they look at the departure lounge. I explained that when a gate agent has 2 eligible passengers and 1 open business seat, the choice often comes down to a simple human instinct. Who seems like they would enhance the premium cabin experience rather than disrupt it? Who treated us like a person today?